Hi everyone and welcome back to another ride-free video here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's video we're checking out the free Pack 6 bike that's just been released, and that is the Triumph Street Triple R from 2014. Now this is an awesome naked bike. It has acceleration of 6.5, top speed of 5.2, handling 6.8, braking power 6.9, and it has 106 horsepower, so it's a pretty decent powerful bike. Now I do like the Triumphs, and I'll tell you what, these type of bikes are awesome wheelie bikes, and when I go out on my bike I always see these going past me on one wheel. They're just fantastic bikes to ride. Now what we're going to do in today's video, we're going to check out all the events that come with this free pack bike, and we're going to try and complete them all and get the gift bike. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so these extra events is called Triumph World, a volume completely dedicated to the British manufacturer, and we're going to try and complete all of these and try and get the gift bike. So let's get straight into this, and let's have a look what the gift bike is. Oh, the Kawasaki Z1000 2014. So we've got, a race around sunny Donington, and that is first up. And then we've got a time attack all around Brands Hatch Indy circuits. And then a race around Cadwell Park in the wet. A track day around Alton Park. And then we finish up with a race around Brands Hatch GP. So those are some fantastic events. We're going to jump straight into them. I'm going to fully upgrade the bike as well. So it's always best to be fully upgraded. And we're going to get straight into that first event. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here I go with my first experience on the awesome Triumph Street Triple R. Let's see if we can get a good start in this first race around Donington Park. And it has decent acceleration, so we're on the default setup. And we'll see what it's like into the first turn. Let's drop it in. Not too bad, right onto the curb there. And we've managed to get into the lead straight away, so it has decent handling as well into that first corner. Let's see what it's like. Not too bad. And again into that turn. It feels quite nice actually. That's a plus point, and we've managed to pull away from all the other bikes, and hopefully we should have a decent experience. Nicely done. And it looks like only one bike is going to keep up with us, so it's going to be a good bike for this category. And I haven't got many naked bikes in my garage, so adding another one is always good. Now we have fully upgraded the bike, and it has made probably quite a lot of difference to the power, but yeah, overall it's a very good looking bike, and it handles pretty decently on the default setup. Let's see what it's like into this section. Not too bad. I'm feeling a little bit of resistance, and it's understeering slightly, but nothing that you can't handle. So with a few tweaks this should be a really good bike to use. Now the bike is actually trying to keep up with us. I'm not sure whether that's the same bike or a different one, but he's slowly catching up with us, so it must have some decent power. Let's see if we can just hold him off. He might be on a faster bike. Now, there's one thing I have noticed that Milestone keep on doing, and I've mentioned this in a previous episode. They keep giving the bikes that the AI are riding higher performance points, even though they're fully upgraded like your bike, even if it's the same bike. I don't understand what the theory is behind that. If that's the only way they can make the AI more competitive, I think it's a bit of a disadvantage, especially on some bikes, because you just can't beat the AI, they're just too quick. But we're managing to keep this bike at bay, and we've got one more lap to go. Let's see if we can just slow it down. And so far this bike feels pretty decent on the default setup. It seems pretty quick out the turn. Handling doesn't seem too bad. That is that lap out the way. Right, final lap. Let's see if we can just finish this off without making any mistakes. It's not too bad. Let's try and take a little bit more speed through the turns. This bike is he's going to go for it. It looks like the AI are going to challenge us on the final lap. See if we can just hold him off. Slow it down, be careful. God, we took a little bit too much into there, right onto the curb. We got away with that, and he's definitely going to try and overtake. I don't know whether he's going to try it in this next turn, as long as he doesn't take me off. Right, let's just try and take it a little bit careful. No, he didn't try and take me in that corner. Is he going to try and attempt to take me in this one? And bit of contact there. Wow. He almost had me off, but didn't manage to get past. Oh no, he's going to go in the inside. So it looks like we've got a bit of a challenge here. And I think he's on the same bike. So let's see if we can just hold him off. And oh, he almost took the back end of my bike, but we're just going to beat him to the line. Luckily, oh damn, I slipped on the controller. Oh, I got away with that one. I just quickly went to turn one way and I slipped on the analog. Luckily, I got away with that. But yeah, we win that. Let's have a look what bike that was. I think it was the same bike, but he was definitely quicker than us. So we get 5 stars for that event and some decent credits as well. But let's have a look at the standings and the lap times. And oh, he actually had a faster lap than me and he was on the same bike. But look at the PP points, 525. I just don't understand that. Anyway, let's get straight into the next event. And I think we got a time attack next, so let's get straight into it. Right, so here we are on a time attack around Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, and the time we need to get for all the stars is a 51-second lap. So let's see if we can do that. So we're still on the default setup, so hopefully that won't affect us too much. Slow it down, and it does understeer slightly. It definitely needs a few tweaks here and there. And if I do some more races on this bike, I will do a setup. And I haven't done many setups on Ride 3. Like I did on Ride 2, I did absolutely loads on Ride 2. I think I do need to do more. I've just been so busy lately, guys. I do apologise. Right, let's just try and hold it into that turn. Yeah, it's feeling... okay. Ooh, didn't feel very good. But just backing off the throttle. And we should... oh, God, we're going to smash that time. And that was actually pretty easy. So we get a 46.8. So I think we could absolutely wreck that time. I think we could get maybe 2 or 3 seconds even quicker than that if we tweaked the setup. But anyway, that's another event completed. Let's move on to the next one. I think it's a race. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here I go with another race, and this race is around Cadwell Park, but this time in the wet. And it's always raining around Cadwell Park. They seem to have their own weather system there. Every time I did a track day around there, it was always raining. So that is no surprise. Right, let's see if we can slow it down. Difficult turn, and we managed to get into the lead, so that is a good start. This bike definitely has decent acceleration. Now, if I was going to put this against another bike, let's think of one that I've got in my garage that's similar to this, the Super Duke. This is definitely better handling than the Super Duke. Not sure whether it's faster. It does feel like it has decent acceleration, but the top end I'm not quite sure about. Definitely would have to do a versus video to see which one was better, if you'd like to see that. But overall, the handling is not bad, especially on the default setup. I think with a few tweaks, this could be a very dominant bike for this PP level. Doing too bad, and it performs really nice in the wet. But I do find that on certain bikes the AI are not bad in the wet, but it doesn't seem like they're very good round here. They do struggle on this circuit. Let's see if we can just slow it down, don't go off the circuit. And the brakes seem very, very good. It has really good stopping power. Try and maintain this. Let's go a little bit quicker on this lap. So after this, we've got a track day, I think around Alton Park, and then we finish up with the race around Brands Hatch GP. So we've got another 2 events, and hopefully we can complete them and get the reward bike. Slow it down, nicely turned in. It just feels really, really good. A shame on these free packs they don't give you more than one bike, because it'd be nice to have like 2 bikes, maybe similar, just 2 different makes, so you can really test both bikes and see which ones are better, if they're similar price, similar power, similar weights. Yeah, that would be awesome. But maybe on the next free pack that comes out, I'll try and find a bike that's similar to that, and I will do a versus video. So it's do it against a bike that's already in the garage or in the dealership against the DLC. Well, you call it DLC, the free bike. If that's what you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. That would be awesome, I think. I do like doing versus videos. I did a lot on Ride 2. Well, I did nearly 100 videos on Ride 2, so I did pretty much go through a lot. Let's see if we can just slow it down. That's not too bad, and we should complete this race really easy. What I do in the next events around Alton Park is a track day. I might do that in a different camera view. Let's mix it up. Why not? Not too bad. That's nicely done. Final corner. And this was a comfortable race, which is not always the case. I've had some difficult races around here, but not on this bike. It was really easy. Comfortable win. More credits in the bank. And yeah, that was just a really comfortable race. Right, let's see if we can get straight into the next event, and we will do that in a different camera view as well. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the track day. So we've got to do 16 overtakes, and we're going to go in a different camera view as well and have a different experience to see what it's like. I should race a little bit more in this camera view. I used to race a lot in this camera view on Ride 2, so I should do it more on Ride 3. And that is 2 overtakes already. Let's see what it's like into the turn. And it just feels pretty decent. It drops into the corners nicely. Actually, it feels a little bit better in this camera view, actually. Let's get nicely turned in. Just slowly open the throttle. Yep, nicely done. We should hopefully complete this nice and easy. And on the brakes. Has really good stopping power, I must admit. Even when you leave the brake into late, it stops nicely. And you don't feel like you're going to lose control. It doesn't spin up or snake out of control like some bikes do on this game. Right, let's get nicely turned in there. Again, comfortably. Let's be careful on this turn. And power it up the hill. Yeah, it definitely has decent power. Let's see if we can catch up with the next couple of bikes before the end of this lap. Oh, there's 2. Let's see if we can get them before that final corner. We should be able to. Yes, that's another 2, so that's 10 overtakes. So we only need 6 more, which should be really, really easy. And it looks like, I mean, some of these overtake track day events are very challenging. There's some that I've really struggled on, but there is others that are just so easy. And it looks like this is going to be one of them. And that's 12. 4 more. Let's see if we can do it before the end of this lap. Should be able to. They're not spaced out too much. And let's be careful. It's this turn. Take a little bit more speed for this turn. And so that should be 14. Oh, we should be able to do it now for this turn. 15. Right, last one. Brakes, brakes. Oh, went a little bit too fast in that turn. And completed. So there we go, that's the track day over and done with, and we've only got one more event before we unlock the gift bike. So let's get straight into that, and it's a race around at Brands Hatch GP. So let's jump straight into that. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the final race, and this is a race around Brands Hatch GP, and I absolutely love this circuit. It's my local circuit. I've done a track day around here, but not the GP circuit, the Indy circuit, because they don't open the GP circuit for the track days. But yeah, I would love to go back there very soon to do some more track days. Maybe not on my personal bike, because I wouldn't like to crash or drop that bike. Not that I've ever had a crash, but you never know, and obviously your insurance is void on the track. But maybe I'd love to hire an R6 or a CBR 600 RR. That would be awesome, and I would try and record some of that as well. I have got a rally day experience coming up, and that's something that I'm going to record as well, so watch out for that on the channel. Hopefully I will do some more real life stuff. Oh god, just got the curve through there. This is struggling a little bit on the default setup. It's understeering slightly, definitely needs a tweak. And we've got another bike that's going to challenge us in this race. I'm not sure whether that's the same bike like the previous race. I won't be able to tell until I get a little bit closer. Let's see if we can catch him through here. It's not too bad, but we've absolutely annihilated the rest of the bikes in the field. Tight through here, and it's definitely understeering. Just feels a little bit uncomfortable when you go hard into the turn, and I'm just backing off slightly so I don't lose the rear end. But yeah, this bike in front's got decent acceleration out the turn. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer and open the throttle and see. It's just I'm struggling to get it turned in. Almost went off circuit then. Right, let's see if we can catch him down Paddock Hill Bend. Slow it down. And I'll tell you what, going down this bend, whether you're in a car or a bike, is absolutely scary. Right, that's not too bad. Managed to get past, and I didn't quite see what bike that was. I think I'm taking a stab. That was a KTM. I think it is the Super Duke. It's definitely not the same bike. Let's see if we can get it turned in. And see if we can get it nicely turned in to this corner. Do better than last time. That's not too bad. And drive it back up the hill. There is some resistance there on the default setup. Let's see if we can beat him on the straights up to almost 150 miles an hour. I didn't check the top end on this bike. I think it's around the 170 mark, which is not bad for a naked bike. I mean, trust me, you don't really want to even attempt to go that fast without fairing. It would literally rip you off the bike. I mean, I've been on a naked bike. The fastest I went was probably, I've just been overtaken about 130, and that felt like I was having to hold on for dear life. Right, let's see if we can just catch this bike up again. Got one more lap. Got to be aware that he doesn't do that on the final lap. Let's get a bit tighter in, avoid going off. That was much better. And yes, it is a KTM. I thought it was. Right, let's see if we can just complete this final lap. We should be able to complete all the events and get the gift bike. Let's see if we can just pull away from him here. Slow it down, get it nice and turned in. It's backing off. That was much better. Let's see if we can do a little bit better for this turn as well. Let's get a little bit tighter in. Nope, it's still understeering. And just managed to get through there okay. Up on our time as well. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster through this section and stay. I just struggled a little bit there, but we should be okay. Let's see if we can pull away. I think we do have a little bit more straight line. We're just below our fastest at that split point, 0.2 off the time. Let's see if we can pick it up through here. It's a really decent last lap. That's nicely done. This is the corner I always struggle on. Even on the car games, this corner can really throw you out. The amount of times you see people go off to the left on the grass. Right, that's nicely done through there. Right, one more corner and we should be okay. Really good experience, and I think this is a very good free bike. One of the best that I've experienced so far, and this is the 6th one that we've had. And there's still plenty more, and there's another DLC pack coming in early April, so watch out for that, because it's one that I'm going to absolutely love. There's some bikes in the next pack you're going to see that I'm literally going to go mental for, because there's one bike that I would love myself. Anyway, that is the final event completed, and yeah, it was no surprise. Yeah, it was the Super Duke R. Right, let's get into getting our reward bike, so let's get straight into that. So here we go. Right, so that is the gift bike that we get from completing all those events, and I really enjoyed that today on that bike. Fantastic, and I think all you guys will enjoy that as well. Right, I'm just going to get straight into looking at the stats of this gift bike that we've just got, the Kawasaki Z1000 2014, so let's get straight into that, so here we go. Right, so this is the gift bike, and this has a decent acceleration of 7.5, top speed 6.3, handling 7.2, and braking power 7.6. Now, if you want to see this bike in a video, let me know in the comments below. I do like the Kawasaki's, and it's another naked bike, but it looks like the stats are slightly better than the one we just ridden, so it may be a much better bike, you never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you soon for the next DLC pack coming very soon. Thank you and goodbye.